Look at this beauty. Pork from bottom to top. Yo, Spatchcock Funk is in the house. You know what? Subscribe, get your issue. Button right down here. Here's the story. Today, we're gonna do an ode to our boy Snoop Dogg. And here's the reason why, man. Snoop, super creative person, but a massive influence on me personally and the show itself. Because here's the thing, we love storytelling. All this is storytelling through food, through awesome cocktails. Really, it's coming together. And the thing about storytelling, what makes Snoop great, is telling relatable stories. That's all storytelling is. It's not about the subject matter, but rather the storytelling itself. I'll give you an example of that, right? Now, Snoop Dogg will be rapping about in the late 90s about gang fights, gung fights, selling drugs, murder trials, right? And I was a suburban white kid in upstate New York, and I was listening to it being like, oh, I totally relate to that. That's when you're getting it right. And when people give trouble to Snoop Dogg or these other rappers or places like that, Johnny Cash would rap about those things. It's about the storytelling, not the story itself. In fact, Star Wars, you know what that movie's about? A farmer that joins the Air Force. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a great recipe from Snoop's cookbook. It's called the Caribbean Queen. It's a Cuban sandwich, and this is off the chain. We're gonna walk you through it. We're gonna eat it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna wanna make this too. So here's where this thing starts. This thing works like a grilled cheese sandwich. It does a bunch of different, really quite naughty things. You know, more pounds to the ounce. So what you wanna do first is take a soft, crusty roll. We're using a Kaiser roll here. And this is just like Snoop's recipe in the book, but we're adding something to it. That's homemade bacon from our boy Jared. But butter this roll pretty profusely. We're gonna grill it like a grilled cheese. So get both sides of a soft yet crusty roll like a Kaiser. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers say, you wanna keep it like a Kaiser, right? That's what we're doing here. We wanna keep this thing buttered up and ready to go. Then we assemble it. Now, it's a traditional Cuban, as you'd think, but what we really do is we get things right. First, we're taking some pickle brine. Take the pickle brine and cover both sides of the inside with pickle brine. This is gonna give you a little bit, the pickle is a really good sharp contrast to all the sweet saltiness that is pork. All right, now we've got the pickle brine on there. We've got a combo that's 50% mustard, 50% mayo. Get this on both sides of your sandwich. Okay, be generous with it, you know what I mean? We don't hold back on the peeps. Once you've got that done, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some good dill pickle slices. We're gonna go here, 3 fat ones on each side. Okay, now we've got our pickles on here. Now, the really nice little sweet thing, some Swiss cheese, 1 slice on each side. As we're moving forward with this now, we're getting into the pork section of the party, baby. We're gonna pork it up. Sip a little bit while we do. So, Alex DeRosa made this homemade pulled pork that we're using here, using our boy AJ from Miss Sydney's Earthquake hot stuff sauce. Man, this stuff by itself is fire, but we just doing it right, man. Want to show our boy Snoop some respect. Once you've got the pulled pork on one side, take a piece of ham. We're using Black Forest thickly cut on here. And then some of our boy Jared's homemade bacon, and we've got 3 times the pork for 3 times the party. Get that stuff together real quick. All right, so another place Snoop's been useful for me besides just banging soundtracks for banging parties, date nights too. My wife and I were thinking about going to this party. I kind of wanted to, she wasn't sure, she was kind of on the fence. So while I knew she was on the fence, I went over to Spotify, dropped in some gin and juice in the beginning, came in, all of a sudden she was like, yo, we should go to this party. We went, we balled, we rocked, it was on. So now we've got this thing all buttered up, it's time to put it on the grill. Now we got our cheese melting. We're starting to look really good and crispy. We're gonna take it off. We're gonna set it on the table. It's gonna look flat and beautiful like that with a golden crispy crust on it. Now, we sawing this bad boy in half. We splitting it. Cheese all breaking up on you. Look at this beauty. Pork from bottom to top. So what we're gonna do, we decided to make some fried plantain chips to rep the Caribbean. Got our sandwich up on here. Now, like Snoop, the flavors in this thing are complex and it changes with each bite. The way he was Snoop Lion, Snoop Dogg, the way he's done different things, different record labels, the way we tell stories, the way our lives change. Sometimes we didn't like tattoos, now we have tattoos. No matter what you do and how you live your life, that's important. It's important to tell your story authentically. This sandwich is authentic. AJ's Miss Sydney's earthquake sauce, authentic. That's what's up. Now let's get a bite of the sandwich and keep it real. Snoop, thanks for the recipe. Thanks for the music. Thanks for the inspiration. Thanks for everything, bro. Thanks, Dog Father. Spatchcock. Out.